kids. My name's Ronnie Hayes, and today, let's talk The Walking Dead TV show Q&A 77.
I had to do it again. Because get it? It's you watching me, or yeah, you get it. Let's jump right into this. Follow the rules in the description box. Let me scroll down for the first question here. And again, it's very important to put Q and A first thing in your comment, because look at bam, Jordan Brown, first Q&A I see, scrolling down. Do you think that Rick will ask Morgan again about people wearing dead people's faces? No, and that is not the whispers. I am recording a video discussion about that because more and more that keeps creeping back up. That's not what Morgan was talking about at all. It's not the whispers. Go rewatch that scene, take the whispers right out of your mind, and listen to what he's really saying. Alright, next. Roquan Palin. Q&A, what do you think about the Morales situation? Do you think we will see him at Negan's factory? By the way, you're awesome. Thank you, and hell no. No more Morales. Just say no to Morales. Morn 28 dead. How will the human killing impact Glenn? I think we'll see him struggle and change. You know what? Here's the thing is, the first one was emotional. Even by the second one, it didn't break him apart. You know what I'm saying? He did that with a little more ease. But I do believe that will be something that will push that character forward emotionally, and depending on what they find out about the people they killed and who they are, or depending on maybe if Morgan can get through to Glenn, if they have a conversation or discussion together, there's a lot of factors at play here. But it still would be nice to see Glenn, even if Morgan maybe would have a conversation with him, it still would be nice to see Glenn keep killing at a very, minimum. Like, it needs to be life or death in order to kill. That would be nice. Who's Deanna? Q&A. Who are the top 5 comic characters you would want to see in the show, and why? That is something for a whole different video. Keep up the good work. I love your videos. Thank you very much. Yeah, I would have to actually sit down and put that together. Just off the top of my head, it would be a sloppy mess, I bet. Not only that, we would have to pick characters that aren't in the show now, and my whys would pretty much be the same right now, is because they're cool, but I don't want to see them until it's time for them. I don't want to see them way early. Moving on, Brooke Arnold. I think the group will try to trade the savior they have for Maggie over Carol because she's pregnant. Plus, Carol would make Maggie go before herself. If that happens and Carol is taken to Negan, do you think there is a chance she could be given Holly's comic book death? I think this is too early. We're jumping the gun here. Yeah, I think it's too early. That death was impactful because it had a meaning, a purpose. Well, the death itself was awesome. No matter what, it was awesome. But the reason for it, how, the time, the situation that was occurring during that death is just as cool as the death. I think it would be a complete and utter fail to use the death and forget about the reason for it, because the reason was a surprise attack. To get rid of that, that's just insane. Rick Grimes Crow. Do you think that when the alarm went off, the saviors in the other outposts heard it, showed up there and grabbed Maggie and Carol, Rick, and the group? It was unclear how they or what they. However, they had a bunch of backpacks on and they had binoculars and everything else we could tell in the preview. So I'm thinking they were actually going back and forth for a run, and it was just coincidence. It was just good timing that they were there. Like, they might have been close and heard the alarm and came. But as far as having another outpost that is close enough to hear that alarm, that's possible, but unlikely, because I think more people would have showed up. The characters in the preview already said, I don't think we could take them all. If it was a whole nother outpost, then just group all your people and attack. So I think, again, it was just convenient. It was good timing. James Powlett. Do you think Negan will bash 2 of Rick's people rather than 1 in the finale? Rick has already killed so many of Negan's people. I got a discussion coming about this, but no, I think it's extremely important to keep Negan's kill to only 1 person, because, and honestly, I think 2 people would make it feel like the show's not confident. it'll make the show feel like we can't top the comic, or we can't bring that much shock and awe and emotion to the scene unless we overkill it, unless we do double, because 2 is better than 1. I think it shows a lack of confidence in their ability to pick the right character to get killed, to pull the emotional strings on the hearts of the viewers. You get what I'm saying? So I think 2 is overkill, keep it to 1. Tylert's 97. Do you think Glenn's fate will be different from the comics since he got his first kill on the show? Right now I'm 50-50. I am actually feeling like they might just keep the show accurate to the comic in that moment. And for everyone screaming predictable and da-da-da-da, that's not the point. Though you never, ever, if that is perfect, if that is meant to be, if it fits the story perfect, fuck you for going, oh, it's too predictable. And I'm talking about the writers now. Oh, it's too predictable. We can't do that. That's not the point. You stick with the story that fits the best. At that point, it's not about being predictable. It's about showing that gut-wrenching moment to the audience. No matter if they see it coming or not, it doesn't matter, because you're going to see it coming. When he's eeny, meeny, miny, mo, when he gets to Mo, you know it's coming from the gate. I know a lot of people want shock and awe, like they want Negan to just jump out of a fucking bush all of a sudden like a ninja and surprise attack somebody and bash their face in, and you don't see it coming, like, holy shit. You will know seconds before, maybe even a minute before the person who's going to die. You'll know who's dying before they get killed. Now, given it's only a few seconds, maybe 10, maybe 60 seconds, but you'll know. The idea here is to shock you and move you and disturb you by seeing it, by watching it happen. So it doesn't matter if it's predictable or not. Jordan Blick. Would you like to see Heath get a bigger role in the show and become an important character? Sure. I'm up for kill him, or make him a bigger role, as long as it's done right. If I could pick right now, keep Heath around, because Heath is our new Glenn. You know what I mean? And I'm excited for that, especially since Glenn kind of passed the torch. Heath and Glenn went in that room. Both of them never killed another human being before. Glenn did it, and he passed the torch to Heath by taking that kill, by carrying that burden. So he passed the torch of innocence, let's say, to Heath. So Heath is our new Glenn, and I'm excited for that. So I want to keep him. Or have Negan kill him. I mean, he is the new Glenn now, so you never know. TJPM. Could we have videos that compare the comic? Yep, those are coming during the break. There's no way I could get those out and do all the other discussion videos when the show is on. I'm saving them all for the break, and that's mainly because I don't want to do this comic versus TV show where I'm just like, okay guys, so in the comic this happened, in the thing, I'm structuring an actual, like, I want them to be halfway decent, independent style, mini documentary videos. Plus I have a different spin I'm working on, because I don't want them to be like every other compare video out there. But I'm working on it, gonna get that out during the break. Rohan Saha. What do you think of Negan's policy of killing a person for each group right away? I think that's stupid. I'm sorry, I think it's dumb. It was weak, I'll admit it. I don't like it. Still, I don't like it. But it's still a good way to show that they are bad guys. And Rick and them are just by going and killing them in their sleep even. Because these people are going up to innocent people, and killing them. And I see a lot of comments where people are like, so what if they were only going to kill one of Rick's group? Rick killed 50 of theirs. I don't see how we can compare these things and be like, oh, they only killed the one person. And I even heard people saying, well, the people they killed, we don't care about them. We don't even know who they are. That's not the point. The point is, these are bad guys, and we're seeing it. They're showing it to us. You know what I'm saying? Tom Coppola. Hey, Ronnie, do you think that Negan could take Rick's Python when he lines them up for Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo? He could. I don't know what the purpose would be. Would he take it as a trophy and then Rick would have to get it back? Is that where you're going? I think he could. I just think that's a silly thing to do. Unless there's a real good reason you want to come up and be like, oh, he takes it because of this, or Lucille was maybe even someone else's that he conquers. I don't know. That would actually be a pretty cool idea. Huh. Okay, Dylan Parker. Will all of the hardcore feminists be offended with Negan and all of his wives? Who gives a shit? Blake Calhoun. When Jesus was talking about the Hilltops deal with Negan, he never mentioned the Saviors helping kill the Walkers. He just said they took the supplies and left them alone. Do you think it's possible that we can actually see a more evil and ruthless Negan in the comic? Yes and no. In the comics, there was a lot more Walkers just freely roaming around. It's not like that in the show. So in the show, it's basically the old Italian, not Italian, I don't want to say that, but the old mafia thing, the Black Hand, whatever they called it, where they went to shop owners, then they said, hey, listen, something bad is going to happen to your shop. Pay us, and we'll protect it, nothing bad will happen. And then the shop owner says no, and the next night, a brick goes through the window, and back then, it was a lot of money to replace glass, and that's only the first step. The next step would be a Molotov through the window, burn the building down. Hey, look, we're going to get a new shop owner in here. New shop owner gets in here, and they say, hey, listen, the other guy, da-da-da-da, pay us, we'll protect you. That's what it is. The Negan and them were kind of like a post-apocalyptic mafioso group, and that's how they're ruling it. So depending on what your scale and value of whether or not that's evil or more evil compared to cleaning up walkers, keep in mind in the comic it was still implied that Negan wouldn't attack. So it's basically the same exact thing from comic to show. They just didn't highlight the fact that they cleaned the walkers from around the area, which I'm sure they would get to if they had a scene where there was walkers and Negan shows up. Negan could clear the walkers out front of Alexandria and be like, see, Rick, we're helping do our part. Matthew K. Do you think Negan could cut off Rick's right hand? I think he could. Physically, I don't think they would ever do that, though. Rick losing his hand is not going to happen. If ratings were sliding and they needed something like kind of shock value in a season or two, they might entertain the idea, but it's just too expensive to do. Nico Fanuc. Close enough. How do you think Carol will die and when? Holy shit, those are difficult ones. I need to create an entire storyline for Carol to die. I'm just going to say at the hands of Negan during All Out War. Season 8. There you go. Jordan Pope. Q&A. How far do you think they'll go with whoever Negan decides to kill? Will it be as brutal as the comics, or will they just cut to the body? Listen, I don't think anything's going to be as brutal as the comics on TV, but since we're seeing a living character dying, living meaning the actor, I think it's ridiculous I have to explain that. I got that not from you guys, but a couple trolls out there. I guess those guys who just always have negative shit to say. People were like, these people aren't living, they're fake. We're talking about the living characters. We're watching living human beings pretend and play make-believe with these fake characters. So yes, we're going to be seeing a real character. He's not really getting killed, but we're seeing a real character dying at the moment. So I don't think it needs to be as gory as the comic to hit us, just the same. But the more gore, the better, in my opinion. Emily F1106. Do you think they did the whole Glenn fake out just to put us off thinking they're not going to kill him later this season? Hey, listen, that could be a possibility, but I also made 2 videos on what I believe they did the fake out for, and I still stand by those 2 videos. So if you want all my opinions on the Glenn fake out, watch those 2. Sinyan Parsley, do you think the group will return to Alexandria again before everything happens with Negan? I think they might. I'm starting to believe they will. And Oi Ag Ye Mang. Sorry. Do you think they forced too many relationship reveals in episode 12? No. Am I missing something? We only got Carol and Tobin. What else did we get? Because Tara and Denise, that's not a reveal. We've known about that for a while now. So no, I don't know where you're... no. Just no. I don't think it's too much reveals. Again, now is the best time because they're settling down they're returning to normalcy the best they can. So it makes sense there would have more relationship stuff. Besides, like what Jesus said, it's showing them what they're fighting for. And I think that's perfect. Cast of Troy, what do you think Morgan was wielding? He was making a prison. And that's been confirmed. He was making a jail cell. Jonathan Nichols, you want to know something that's been bugging you. You said that Milton in season 3 said that the walkers have no memory. And then you talk about the little girl picking up the bunny, the teddy bear girl. And then you talk about the zombie wiggling a door handle or something. But that's what you mean. I don't know if you talk about that. But yeah, that was just the first showrunner having a different vision of the walkers than what should have been, because I highly disagree. I disagree with the zombie picking up the teddy bear. I think that was one of those moments where it's like, hey, I'm going to make this really cool imagery and fake the audience, but I'm going to put something in here that literally contradicts what the story should be. They also have zombies using rocks, and for that thought process, for a zombie to go, oh, this is glass, I need something hard, oh, this is a rock, this will break. Well, why can't they, communicate now? Why can't they make traps? Why can't they lure people in and trick them and trap them? And why can't they use guns? I mean, next thing you know, we're back in the day watching that ridiculous shit where zombies are pumping gas and shit. Absolutely ridiculous. So, no. Just no. Let's not push it here. Alright guys, that's it. Read the directions for how to enter the Q&As down in that comment box. Thank you everyone for participating in the Q&A, and if I haven't gotten to your questions, please know I can pretty much I'm trying to fit as many questions as I can in each video, one video a week. However, I'm getting up to 400 to 800 questions. On the one, it was ridiculous. I'm getting like 800 questions. I can't answer all of them. Half of them are about Negan killing, more than one person with Lucille anyway. So, but yeah, I tried my best. So if your question didn't get asked and it's something you really want to know, put that down in the comment box of this video if this is the newest Q&A, and I will try to get it in the next video. Alright, thank you everyone for participating, and we are almost at 50,000 subscribers, on the road to 100K. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep spreading the word of mouth. Huge thank you, and I cannot wait to hit the halfway goal, the halfway point, 50K. Thank you again. Thoughts, opinions, suggestions, theories, everything down in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now. Haha, that was also equally fucking stupid.